Summer's coming, which means fun in the sun. But no matter your age or skin color, if you're going to be outside longer than a few minutes, you're going to need to use sunscreen to protect yourself against skin cancer and those wrinkles.
Consumer Reports cuts through all the jargon to help find the best sunscreen for you. Valley News Team's Lisa Bedeau has our story.
What do you look for on a sunscreen label?
Water resistant, natural,
SPF of at least 50.
There's so many claims on sunscreen bottles, it can be really confusing to figure out which one to buy.
SPF is a measure of how well a sunscreen guards against ultraviolet B rays from the sun, the chief cause of sunburn and a contributor to skin cancer. As part of Consumer Reports testing, sunscreen is applied to people's backs and then they soak in a tub for 40 or 80 minutes. The area is then exposed to UVB light. The next day, trained experts examine the areas for redness.
In our sunscreen tests, we found that many sunscreens don't meet the SPF level printed on the package. So Consumer Reports recommends buying a chemical sunscreen with an SPF 40 or higher.
Two of CR's top Best Buy sunscreens are Equate Walmart Sport Lotion SPF 50 and Trader Joe's Spray SPF 50. If you're looking for a sunscreen containing mineral ingredients, thinking they contain fewer chemicals, shop carefully.
In our sunscreen tests in recent years, we haven't found a mineral sunscreen that provides both top-notch protection and meets its labeled SPF.
As for water-resistant sunscreens,
Don't make the mistake of thinking that water resistant means waterproof. The minute you get into the water or start to sweat, the sunscreen starts to come off. So when you get out of the water, you have to reapply.
to have a great sunburn-free summer, CR recommends applying sunscreen 15 minutes before you go out. Be sure to cover often overlooked spots such as your ears, upper back, the back of your hands, and the tops of your feet. And reapply every 2 hours or after swimming or sweating. Lisa Bedeau, Valley News Live.
And if you're wondering if that old half-used tube of sunscreen is still good, well, Consumer Reports says sunscreen is formulated to remain effective for at least 3 years. So toss that sunscreen if it's past its expiration date. And if you can't find the expiration date and don't remember when you bought the sunscreen, play it safe and buy a new one.
Talk about being effective over several years. The Bison women's softball team has done it very well in Summit League.
They certainly have. It's that time of year where really these are some of the most successful Bison athletics teams, both the Bison softball team, as you mentioned, but also track and field. And they're underway in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We're going to have highlights from both of those coming up next.